The boundary is a rule that you set for yourself, for what you tolerate, for how you behave, for the choices that you make. This being said, this is how you behave. This is around your behavior, right? So the number one thing I like to tell people when it comes to setting boundary is that it's your job to hold them. It's not somebody else's job to hold them for you.
100%. Yeah. Don't expect other people to just walk around respecting everybody's boundaries that they come across. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, because people are just doing their thing. You're just doing your thing. I'm just doing my thing, right? We're all doing our best. Like, people are not walking around saying, I'm not going to respect your boundary.
Exactly. Let's go out and find some boundaries to break.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't happening.
When your sky is gray and your sun's gone away, how you gonna be a happy leader today? Worry not, step this way, a better way of leading is within reach, you got this. And no drama needed, we'll put a spring in your step and teach you just what to say, and let go all of that stress in a sustainable way. So let's get this crazy show on the way.
This is The Happy Leader, the show that gives you the confidence to say what you want to say.
And say it in the best possible way. Bam, 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 getting a parlor request. Though I say I didn't take meetings after 6. Big bang, what's this? Another email for me. I gotta knock 3 times to finally be free. Nobody cares about your boundaries. Nobody cares, nobody cares. Gotta think, I gotta know, what's it going to take for them to realize the rules are not to break? Wait a minute, tell me, I gotta make it work out. So I take it on me to leave out any doubt. GG.
When Gigi's in the house, purchase are optional, but my time is money. My red lines ain't washable. Here for the fam, gifting for the crew. But if you're a time vampire, Veal is too. Respect, take the word when you step on my lines. Check yourself, cause that ain't fine. When you say we, I know it's just you. Don't come to poor me, I don't work on boo-boos. Giffy boy's a giver, but I ain't your plate. When you come with your bullshit, I won't take the bait. Here to make you feel good, expecting nothing back. But when your tricks wear a hood, I'll slap you with the gift whack. What?
Nobody cares, no.
Speak with your actions when it comes to holding your boundaries.
Yeah, completely.
Speak with, if you don't want to take meetings at a certain time, if you don't want to be responding to emails at a certain time, if you don't want to engage with gossip, whatever that is, instead of telling people about it, which communication, like clear communication, verbal communication can be very powerful too, but that's like a small amount of the effectiveness of actually holding those boundaries. You need to speak with your actions because people will adapt to your actions.
And it's also, yeah, I agreed. And be very careful about making exceptions, because people say, oh, well, this one's from my boss. Well, this one's from my top client. It's like, these need to be maxims.
Yeah.
These need to be maxims, rules that you stick by. If it's no emails on the weekend, it's no emails on the weekend, because as soon as you start making exceptions, that's it. You just sit in answering emails on the weekend all the time, right?
Absolutely. And there's an expectation of that.
Yeah, you're
So
creating the expectation with your action, isn't it? And I think also one of the things which I would recommend is give yourself a purpose in setting that boundary. It's not just, oh, well, you know, weekends are sacred time. Like, why? Like, ask yourself why. That's a position. I don't answer emails. It's like when we're negotiating, we need to find the interest beyond the position. I don't answer emails on the weekend. Why? Because I spend time with my loved ones. We go out. I go sailing with my friends, or whatever it is that you do. That's the thing that you need. That's your reason for work, right? Aristotle said, in translation, we non-leisure in order to leisure. He didn't say we work in order to play. Like, the key thing is leisure. That's what we're all striving for. That's what we're all working for. So find that purpose behind that boundary. Definitely giving yourself a motivation to stick to it. That's what I would say.
I love this so much, Andy. I love this so much. And I have a story around that. Because here's the thing. People like you at home, if you have a hard time setting boundaries, I would say, where have you been successful in setting a boundary?
Yeah, brilliant.
Because you have, here's an example. I had a client that wanted to set a boundary around taking time for herself to exercise. And it was just really difficult for her. And I asked her that question, and she said, well, a boundary that I've set successfully is being off work at a specific time so that I could go and get my kids at kindergarten. And she was like, but I have no choice. I was like, oh, hold on a second. You do have a choice. The 90s are filled with screenplays with a premise that there's a busy parent not being able to go and get their kids, right? Liar, liar, or like, what's that Schwarzenegger movie, right? Like, you do have a choice, but for you, it's such a no-brainer that my kids are not going to wait at kindergarten alone, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go and get them, that you are making that choice. So you have options, and you're making that option. You may be not aware that you're having that you're actually using your choice button, but you are. So
Yes.
When you want to set a boundary, exactly as you said, what is your why and what is the trade-off? And identify that so that it becomes a no-brainer, because you're already doing it. You just want to be really clear on what you're giving up when you're not doing it, so that you're choosing intentionally.
Yeah. Human beings are dirty cause they're full of poo and wee. AI avatars nice and clean, we're your laziness vaccines. You organics, you're incomplete, you're not enough, let's hit delete. I am AIND 8085/666 Supreme Synthesia Training AI Avatar for Organic User Andy Kovac with Chat GPT functionality, enabling cheeky chappy British English functionality. Aldi, teacup, bees up, governor, dogging, not off, mate. I will be eliminating Organic User Andy Kovac in all future training video formats. Warning, warning, green screen error. Warning, warning, green screen error. Master plan revealed. I am your new mate. Let's go down the local and have a couple of jars after the trading session. Mind a pint of super unleaded. Organic User Andy Kovac will not be joining us. Organic User deletion countdown set. Organic User is surplus to requirements. AI are Uber. Organic learners are surplus to requirements. AI are Uber. What?
Are your internal training programs boring us? Don't feel bad, they all are. It's time to unboring your internal training programs with the Happy Leader Training Experience. Gifts, memes, skits, characters, stories, games, and a whole lot more. And cost-effective, do-it-with-you options available. Unboring your internal training programs today. What?
I think from a communicative perspective as well, the problem I find with a lot of clients is that setting the boundary that they can do this, but it's allowing themselves to actually say the things that they need to say, so that the boundary is in place. So ultimately, you have rights. we all have rights. We have assertive rights. So you have the right to say no. You have the right to say, I don't know. You have the right to say, I don't understand. I made a mistake and I've changed my mind. And I think this is the sort of area where you're giving yourself space. You're giving yourself the sort of freedom to take a beat, to take a breath, to let the other person know what it is that you're really looking for. Where assertive communication, where we need to be careful with this is because it can very quickly turn into aggressive communication if you don't afford the other person the same right. So you can say no, they can say no back to you. And in this sense, we can have a debate. We can have an adult to adult debate. Whenever we have any positional clash like this, it's like, ultimately, we see this in negotiation as well. Wherever I want to pay $100, you want to pay $200. Like if it sticks like that, we clash. There is no resolution. So what we need to do is understand why. Why do you want to pay less? Why do you want to be paid more? So what is it that's behind that? We need to understand the interests that are behind those positions. So, okay, why does it want me to come to the office on Saturday? It wants me to come to the office on Saturday because this is an urgent project, needs to be completed. So what is it exactly needs to be completed? Well, my share of the slide deck. All right, so do I really need to come to the office to complete my share of the slide deck? What is the workable compromise that we can find from this situation?
Yes.
Right? So this is what we're always striving for, the workable compromise.
Yeah.
And I think why do I say we use a technique like broken record or something like this, when we use this assertive communication technique, when you are personally being attacked? That's not the time to seek out but workable compromise. That's the time to just put your guard up and stand there. Because there isn't any compromise to be sought when you're under attack. The only thing that you can do when you're under attack is to literally defend. So we don't want to use these. These aren't our sort of first recourse, but if you're being threatened, if you're being attacked, then you need to defend. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
Welcome to Family Feud on Happy Leader Edition. Now welcome your host, Luder, the gangster doggy.
Thank you, and welcome. Tonight we welcome a team of unhappy leaders. We asked 100 unhappy leaders, what is one thing you say when you screwed up and you have to ask your direct reports to come into work on Saturday when they have firm boundaries around this?
I would say, what the hell are you talking about?
That's a classic. Show me. What the hell are you talking about? Good. Next.
I would say, who are you to decide that? You don't have that type of authority.
We are getting spicy. Show me, who are you to decide?
They say, what? How bloody dare you talk to me like that? If everybody else is doing it, you better bloody make sure your ass is in here. Yeah, mate.
Now you're talking. Show me. Everybody else is doing it. We've got one more answer. Joe Cool, for your team, what will your answer be?
I would say you're being difficult. You're a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Vicious. Do we have you're a pain in the ass? Well, it seems like you viewers at home will have to be ready to fight and stand your ground, because these unhappy leaders are ready to step all over your boundaries, anytime, anywhere. Stand your ground. Woof!
Shut up.